What's up, people? We back with another episode of Beyond the Clientele. I'm your host, J1 or J100 or Mr. So 100 because I do it the So 100 way. And today we got a special guest in the building, man. We got the brother, the infamous Damian Griffin in the building, man. What's up with you, Damian?
What's going on?
Yeah, hey, man. First of all, let me say thank you for blessing me with your presence, brother.
Man, I'm grateful to be here.
Yeah. Well, what I like to do first, Damian, from what I've just researched just a little bit about you, I know you're actor, producer, writer. What else is it that you do as far as the industry is concerned?
Well, I do gospel rap.
Gospel rapper.
Yep,
Okay.
I'm a gospel
Okay.
rapper. I also write books. So I got a book out. So those are a couple of other things that I do.
Okay. We're gonna get all into that, man. That's what's up. Okay. First thing I want you to do, Damian, I want you to let the people know how they can contact you or book you or follow you, whatever thing it may be. Get them all that information, whatever platforms that you communicate on. Do that for me real quick. Let the people know what it is.
Well, I'm Damian Griffin. I go by DG from Memphis, Tennessee. If you would like to reach out to me or connect with me, you connect on social media platforms. On Instagram, it's Damian D. Griffin. And on Facebook, you can find me under the name Damian Griffin. Yeah, that's how you can find me. You can connect with me. I got a website coming soon as well.
Okay. So both mainly IG and Facebook is your main platform.
Yep, those are the main
and
platforms.
they can get with you through any time on those.
Yep, and I got TikTok as well. Damian Griffin TikTok.
Okay. So you pretty active on all platforms?
Yeah, man. I'm like content creation is what I do. Like,
okay.
I feel like social media is my lane because I'm a creative person.
Yeah.
I'm always thinking. I'm always putting stuff out. Like lately, I just been on this run of just dropping content.
Yeah.
It's like we've been doing reenactments to promote the movie.
Okay. So you basically show your skills in the reenactment and let them know.
Yeah.
Hey, there's some real stuff coming on the way.
Yeah. I was telling my publicist, just not too long ago, like, my thought process is to, put out the content and be creative, like reenact and show people, because people have to see, things to believe. That's just how people wired.
That's how they are.
The way I roll is, I'm creative. Let me think of something creative to do to push, the production, to push the movie. And it went off like a light bulb like a couple of weeks ago, and ever since then, I just been dropping.
For real, that's beautiful, man. Hey, I've been trying my best, man. That not really content creating, but just promotional videos and everything for my podcast or for this platform here. And it's just hard for me. I'm real busy.
Yeah.
And as much as my mind may vision it and always, I always want to produce it and create it.
Yeah.
But I don't want to pick that camera. So I got to get me somebody on my team, man, to help me do that, man. But I admire the people who got the ability to put they thoughts together and just be creative with that camera, man. That's dope.
Absolutely.
I salute you on that, man.
I appreciate it.
For sure. Okay, we finna get on into it, man. This is called Beyond the Clientele. And my guest list, what I like to say, my guest list entails the look good and feel good industry. And I created this industry on my own, in my own head. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I figured I wanted to have guests, and I wanted my guests to be the people that make people look good and or feel good. So with this platform, by myself, I'm a barber by trade. And so I started with that, with the barber beauty community. And I'm like, I don't want to just limit it to that. So I said, I'm going to tap into health and fitness. So I tapped into the, fitness trainers, nutritionists. Then I'm like, nah, this pretty broad. I'm like, let me take it to the entertainment. So I took it to the entertainment realm, and that included like nightlife, rappers and singers, producers, DJs, even bartenders. They make people feel good when they serving them drinks. So I'm like, man, I'm just going to keep on expanding. Then I came to the conclusion, man, actors, entertainers. So when your publicist reached out, it was a no-brainer, man.
Wow.
I was like, yes, I would be honored to have him on the show. You know what I'm
Man.
saying? So I really appreciate you coming, and I appreciate we set it up very professional. We got it together, and here we are, man. But I want to get into you beyond the clientele. Okay, so we're gonna start right here. I want you to give me in a list form. Give me a list of things you are beyond the clientele, like outside of the entertainment realm and what you do. Give me a list of things you are, man, in that realm. Just to get you, just say simple, like a son. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you have kids with a father, parent, whatever. So run a list of things that you are, that you live in on a daily basis. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah, give me a list, and we're gonna tap into that list when we get moved.
Well, I wear many hats on a day-to-day basis. So
Okay.
one thing I am is a father.
Okay.
To an 11-year-old. I'm an operations supervisor. That's my occupation.
Okay.
I'm a man of God because I'm in church.
Okay.
My personality, I'm silly.
All right.
But I'm serious as well. So I'm business minded, driven, just compassionate, just loving and caring. So these are some of the qualities and characteristics and some of the things that I am
that
as
you
a
are,
person.
as a person. Okay, so let's tap into that fatherhood. You say you're the father of an 11-year-old.
Yeah.
Son, daughter.
Daughter.
Okay, and when you had her, were you young when you had her? Like, I don't know how old you. How old are you right now?
I'm 32.
32.
Yep.
Okay, so you was about 21?
I was 21. Yep.
21. Okay.
21.
Okay, so let's get into that, man. Let's tap into that. I'd like to know, how did that change your life in that aspect, becoming a father? I was a teenage father, and I know what it did in my life. But I like to ask men that, man, what did that do for you in your evolution as a man? What did that do for you?
Man, it did a lot for me.
Yeah.
I come from a big family. I have 9 siblings, so I'm the second oldest, and we didn't see the significance of a father, growing up, because they was either absent or they just wasn't, just as available.
In and out. Yeah.
So my dynamic is I got a twin brother, by the way.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Identical?
We identical.
For real? Dig that. Okay.
Yeah, we identical. So our father got killed when we was like 1 or 2, so we didn't, have a fair chance to know who he was.
Get to know him. Yeah.
So for my whole life, like, all I had of him was an obituary.
Okay.
So I used to carry it, with me, like middle school, high school.
Yeah.
So that was my dynamic growing up. And then I had a daughter at the age of 21.
Right.
I was securing a job. I was mature, even though I was young.
Yeah.
I still had a level of maturity, but I still didn't know what fatherhood looked like.
Because you didn't get the experience.
I didn't get the experience. Yeah, so I had to walk into it. Just really. Man, really had to get it along the way and learn it, and I'm still learning today. But just the dynamic of not having a father to being a father, man, I see every day the importance of a father being there for his child. Specifically a girl.
For sure.
Yeah, because they need their dad.
I'm a girl dad.
I'm a girl dad, man, and I'm a full-time father as well. So my daughter lives with me. In society, we see the moms get the child, and the fathers are, disengaged, or they just not as active. But my story is different. Mine's is with me every single day.
Okay.
Matter of fact, she just graduated today, so
what 5th grade?
5th grade. Yep. 5th grade graduate. So
congratulations.
Yeah, man, I appreciate that, and that's under my household. That she was able to thrive in the environment. Her mom, she's still active in her life. Okay. She has a village and everything like that. But just most of her teaching and upbringing, and even just being involved in church and doing community service and things of that nature. These are things that I've instilled in her. Because I've been the father to her that I wish that I would have that I desire. So just being able to give her what I didn't get growing up, man. That's beautiful.
It's been beautiful. That's beautiful, man. I love that. just to share a little bit about me, man, we got that in common. I'm the father of 6 daughters.
Wow.
Right? And crazy story real quick, man. I came to Memphis as a widow father.
Wow.
With custody of 4 of my daughters at 24. Yeah. So when you say that, that's why I can feel you, brother. I can relate. I came to Memphis, got out the military after I lost my first wife to cancer. And I came to Memphis, and me and her, we had 3 daughters together. So automatically I gained custody of them. And then I had another daughter. I had another 2 daughters, but one of my daughter's mom let her come and stay with me also. So I came to Memphis with custody of 4 daughters.
Wow.
Yeah, they were 1, 3, 5, and 7.
And you remember the ages.
Yeah. Hey, that's a
Man.
big part of who I am.
Yeah.
So it's like that's people will see me and see the things, the work I've done. I have a brand. I'm an entrepreneur, but my glory is that story. You know what I'm saying? For real. You know what I'm saying? No matter what I do, I always say fatherhood was my greatest accomplishment.
Yeah.
Because I did it like you said. I was right there, and it all was on me.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? So I can relate to that, man, and I salute you on that.
I salute you, man. I love it.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, and you said your trade again. What did you say you do by trade? What you do? What's your job?
I'm an operations supervisor.
Okay. So is that at a warehouse?
It's at a warehouse.
Warehouse. Okay. And when you with your daughter, right? Did you establish a career early on, or was it hard? Were you kind of job to job? How did that work for you? As far as occupation, and raising a daughter.
Yeah. I've always been stable. Just
you always been
jobs
okay.
House.
You had no problem going to get no job. Okay.
I probably had just 3 jobs my whole. Yeah, because I don't jump from job to job.
You keep it. You hold it. You maintain
I'm solid.
that job. Okay, I can dig it. So ain't no need to leave it if they paying, right?
I'm the type I stick to,
I
have a level of stick to it.
Yeah.
That's just it.
Dedication.
Yeah, dedicated.
No doubt.
Yeah.
I can dig it. Okay. All right, well, I'm gonna do this, man. I wanna rewind a little bit. I just when you said daughter, I just wanted to tap into that, but I want to do what I call impact by decade.
Okay.
Right, and you already shared a little bit of that, but what that is I want you to share with myself and the people.
Okay.
An impactful moment that you've had in your life. And it doesn't have to be serious. It can be something minor or major, but an impactful moment that you had in your life, but I want you to do it by decades. And I want this to be an impactful moment that kind of sticks with you and molded you into the man you are today, right? It can be something as simple as a whooping from grandma that you say, man, if it wasn't for that, I probably would have went derailed. It's just simple. I just want to help you out as far as figuring it out. But I like to do it by decades, so starting from 1 to 10. And you already shared 1. You lost your father at 1. Even though you didn't know at 1 year old, but I'm sure that's one of your impactful moments in your life. So starting at the 1 to 10 realm, share an impactful moment, then we'll go 10 to 20. 20 to 30, and kind of walk it down and just share some moments that, like I said, just really stuck with you and molded you into the man you are today.
Okay. I'm thinking of one now.
Yeah.
I can remember a time this impact just pretty much left a scar on me though.
Okay. Yeah.
I remember my uncle was pushing a basket, or we was in a stroller or something. We was outside playing.
Yeah.
I was probably 7.
Okay.
And I'll never forget, he pushed it, and I think my face hit the floor.
Ooh.
Yeah, so that was a moment that impacted me.
Yeah.
Because it, 1 is pain, and 2 it was traumatic for me. I just, it's really no significance in it, but it was so impactful to where I can remember just what I felt like and the pain behind it.
Yeah. Did it do any permanent damage to you?
No, it didn't do any permanent damage, but I just remember how I felt.
That was probably the worst pain you had ever felt up until that time.
I'm like,
in your life.
I'm not jumping in no strollers.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I can dig it. So okay. So that was probably one of them lessons you probably said, I never want to feel this type of pain again.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So going on into that 10 to 20, I know it's a lot of monumental moments during that time. You go from say middle to high school, graduate, become an adult. You know, I know you go through a lot of things in that process, but share something that was very impactful during that time.
Absolutely. So now I'm thinking of my teen years.
Yeah.
I was probably about 13 around this time. My mom was married.
Okay.
She's deceased now, but when she was living, she was married to a guy who we really loved growing up. So they had a toxic relationship. So it would be a lot of arguing and stuff going on in the house. So one day he left. But before he left, he asked her, he was like, are you sure you want me to leave? And she was like, yes. He left. But they were still married even until she, death did them part pretty much.
Okay.
That was an impactful moment because, we didn't see a healthy marriage in the house. Right. So seeing him leave like that, that put a scar on myself as well as my other siblings. Because this man was in our life since we was like 6 or 7. Okay. And at that moment, we 13 or 12, and you just left, so that created a lasting impact. Well, I won't say a lasting impact, but it impacted me greatly at the time, and it kind of, it impacted my relationships as well, because all I thought was like, relationships don't work or marriage don't work, because I didn't see the healthy view of it in the house. So that just left an impact on me that was negative. But, today I'm not in that.
Right, I get it. But I'm sure that also goes with the fact that your father had passed away. Yeah. So this is the closest thing you have to a father.
Yeah, that's it.
You know what I'm saying? And then he leaves. Yeah. So I can imagine how that affected you. Right. And then another thing in common, my stepfather and my mom been together like 37, 38 years now, right? Wow. He came into my life, I was 7. So I can imagine, you know what I'm saying, if he would have left, you know what I'm saying, it probably would have been crazy for me, because I really can't see my mom with no other man. Right. You know what I'm saying? It's like, nah, what you doing? You got to go back to him. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't even see it. So I can imagine how that affected y'all, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
So when you say it impacted your relationships at an early age, was it, did you just automatically assume it wasn't going to work? Yep. You just went into it figuring like, we'll do it for a little while, but I know this ain't permanent. Yeah. Yeah. It was like that fear factor. Like, it happened to them, it's going to happen definitely to me. Yeah. And that's so crazy how impactful those grown-up things affect us as children. Man. You know what I'm saying? Because we talk back in our day, or I know for sure mine, I'm sure yours, man, you a child. You stay in a child's place. But little do you know, as a child, you really recognize what's going on. Right. You really can see the damage. You can see the bad and the good. And like you said, even though it wasn't healthy, it was what you had. So for him to leave, I'm sure it was real impactful for y'all, man. Absolutely. And then it was 9 of y'all. Man. Yeah. Any more twins besides you and your brother? Well, my sister had a twin, but he didn't make it. Okay. So there would have been 2 sets. 2 sets, like really? On my mama's side. So she would have had 10 of them. Well, no, you saying your sibling had twins? Yeah, I got a sister that she would have had a twin brother if he would have made it. Okay. Your mom had your mom did have another set, but but her brother didn't make it. Her brother didn't make it. Okay, right. I'm with it. So other than that, she just was pushing her babies out, and it's like one at a time. Yep. And one set of twins technically that live. Yep. That's crazy. How many boys? How many girls? It's me, my older brother, my twin brother. I want to say
6 boys and 3 girls.
Six boys. They had to
Yep,
count
6
them
boys
up.
and 3 girls. Because I had to think through it.
Yeah, you had to count them
We
up.
deep.
Y'all deep. Look, I thought I was deep with my 6, man. I was like, yeah, y'all deep as hell over
Yeah,
there.
we deep.
That's beautiful though, but that becomes that usually becomes the family.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because y'all kids, y'all keep that whole legacy going. You know what I'm saying? When you got a family of that magnitude, man, because you got all the boys, so they carry on their family name.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's deep right there, man. Y'all was deep for real.
We deep.
Okay, going into the next decade, man. I'm sure your daughter was an impactful moment, but we hit on that. But share another one in that 20 to 30 window.
Okay. 20s. I can say in my 20s, I was 22. I had given my life to the Lord.
Okay.
And that was like a very profound moment in my life. Like nothing like it.
Yeah.
I think that was one of the greatest decisions I could ever make in my life, like outside of anything else I could accomplish. So that was just very impactful because I didn't come from, a background of going to church, you know, but I was seeking for God, but I didn't realize it until I just hit rock bottom in my life.
Yeah.
But then, I just had that experience. My daughter was turning 1.
Okay.
Well, no, she was turning 1 by the time I gave my life to him. So all she knows is he been in church all my life.
That's good.
But I didn't get to see that dynamic though. So that was a very, very impactful moment.
So it's
in my
brand
life.
new.
Yeah, brand new.
Yeah.
Brand new.
So you had mentors in place, family members in place to help you.
Yeah. My pastor, he's
develop.
like a spiritual, he's my spiritual mentor. It's just been very impactful. I've been on this journey for 10 years now, and it's just been impactful from day one
all
to
the way
now.
up.
Yeah.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. A lot of blessings to you.
Man, a lot of
for
blessings, man.
sure.
Appreciate
For
that.
sure, man. That's what's up. So you're just 32 now, so I'm sure that right there has been your journey.
Yeah.
Throughout this whole time, and also raising your daughter. That's beautiful, man. I really I like to see when a young man can make those type of decisions early on, because these young guys now they don't have that. They don't even have the ability to make a decision that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I know I'm not in church myself. I'm actually not really religious. I believe in a higher power. I believe in God. I just don't have a religion per se. But I have this thing where I believe in the universe. You know what I'm saying? I believe that I have a concept that I always stress to my daughters and to anybody, my clients, friends. I say, if you're on the right path in life, and you're doing the right thing, and you're doing what God has called for you to do, the universe will align with you, and that will happen for you. But when you're not on the right path, things will always be off. You constantly like, why is this going so bad, or why is this not working? You'll constantly run into that, and until you're on that right path, it'll never align for you. Yeah, that's my theory, and I truly believe in that. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I do believe in God, and I believe that somebody is controlling this. Right. You know what I'm saying? And I hate to see when you got I don't really want to even call them non-believers, but people that just don't see nothing else. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's bad for us, and it's bad for the youngsters for sure. Absolutely. I hate to see that for them. Okay, we're going to get into some more, man. I wanted to get into your journey into the entertainment world. Where did that start? Where did that all start? Just your creative mind and you know what I'm saying? Just what it led up, what led up to who you are today. Where did that all start?
It started when I was 11. Started rapping at the age of 11. My uncles, they used to, it was around the time when you had the tape cassettes, and you can record into the, the radio. So it started then. So me and my twin brother, we was writing, my uncles was writing raps for us. But we realized we had the gift of actually rapping. Even though they was writing raps for us. So in 2008, I got my first break and started recording in the studio with my twin brother and my older brother. We had a song called Papa Rubber Band at the time. I was in high school, and the teachers and the students was rapping the song, and we're like, man, we really got something something special here. So just from that point on, that's when I realized, wow, I got a real gift. Yeah. But I think when I was in high school, I wrote my first film, but I never really, took a camera out. But I did take those steps to, try to make that happen or whatnot. But I tapped into that level of that skill when I was in high school. But I picked it back up like, just recently, a year or two ago. And that's how I ended up writing the movie. Because this gift I have has always been a part of me. It's always been. You
just wasn't using it.
Man, it was the thing we was talking about, the procrastination. I was procrastinating for a long period of my life, but I realized I was different I think in middle school when cell phones was getting big and people was using like @ symbols when texting. I was the guy that was using regular like words. Like if it was an A, I used A. I didn't use symbols. But I realized I was different. But I say that to say I realized I had a gift for writing. Even through a format of texting. But I translated
you didn't do the shorthand.
I was texting full sentences.
Whole thing out, punctuation and
everything. Man, I'm talking about periods, the commas. But that was because I had that gift.
That gift to
and
write.
it was just something different about me. And God just started pulling it out of me, along the way. When I gave my life to him, he started showing me my purpose. I started doing gospel rap. I wrote a book in 2019. I've been acting in different stage plays. So just that acting, like that was pulled out of me. And then recently, now I'm behind the cameras, writing movies, and wrote a stage play that I'm about to, pull out as well.
Okay, I like that, man. That's good. When you decided to do the music, and your uncles was writing for you, did your brothers, did they stick with it too? Did they stick with the entertainment?
Yeah, they were doing a little something. They didn't really, go through it full throttle.
Like you,
we took it and ran with it. They was just doing it for like, just because they felt
for
like
popularity
it was
type
popularity. Like, because it was just, to them it was just
something to do.
It was just
kinda.
fun.
Yeah.
To us it's like, nah, I take this serious.
So once you saw the people kind of reciting your rhymes and stuff like that, how did that make you feel?
Man, that was special, especially for the teachers to do it. Then we wasn't really, we was cussing this song, but this track we weren't cussing in it, so it was clean rap. So you can say Papa Rubber Band, we talking about money, but everybody can relate to it, because everybody need money.
Big, rubber band around you. You might have a $100 bill with 50 ones, and put a rubber band on it. You looking good. You looking like you doing something. For real, man. That's what's up, man. It's crazy how that itch will come about, and until you get the knowledge to know what to do with it, you really don't don't act on it, because you feel like you don't have the means or the resources. So it's like, once you realize it's in you, you don't need none of that.
Man,
you know what I'm saying? So it's like, all right, let me get to it, man. And that's good that you was able to tap into that. So what's the name of the movie that's coming?
It's called I Don't Want to Be a Player.
I Don't Want to Be a Player. What's the summary? What's the summary? So, how is it? I know we got the How to Be a Player.
Yeah, we got How to Be a Player.
So what's the summary on yours? He was Bill Bellamy was kind of teaching us the ropes of how to be a player in that movie. So what's your summary? What's the concept of yours?
It's I wouldn't say one and the same, because it's the player in the movie. Of course, womanizing. He a womanizer. He got his partners. one of the partners like, yeah, man, this ain't cool. You know,
Okay.
one of the partners is partners with one of the other guys. He not necessarily tight knit with the main
With the
character.
player.
Yeah, but he
Okay.
tight knit with the other guy that's tight knit with the player.
Okay.
So he's like, yeah,
He totally against it.
Yeah, he totally against it.
Okay.
But them two, they like, yeah, nah, this cool right here. So
Right.
just
So they
said that-
condoning it, and
yeah,
he's
he like,
against it.
I'm not condoning it.
Right. Okay.
But just that dynamic is in the movie. You get the spiritual aspect as well in the movie. You just see him, the journey of how he's interacting with different women and you know, playing these women and you know, you got to watch the movie to see how it turned out. But
Yeah. I'm saying, don't give me the ending now.
It's dope. It's you know, it's jewels in it. You get you know, like I said, the spiritual aspect, and then you know, just the point of just relationships in general.
In general,
so
yeah.
It's funny too.
It's funny.
It's
Okay,
funny.
so
It
that
got
what
the
I was gonna ask you. That would it be labeled a drama, a comedy?
Yeah, it ain't too dramatic, but it got its dramatic moments.
So a comedy drama.
Yeah, comedy drama.
Okay,
but
okay.
It's
So
gonna
the
make
comedy
you
come
laugh.
first.
Yeah, it's gonna make you laugh. It's gonna make you'll experience different emotions.
Different emotions. Okay.
But it's super special.
Okay, that's what's up, man. I look forward to it. When will it be coming out?
So it's coming out at the Malcolm Square, June 5th, 6th, and 11th. You don't have your tickets, go on grab it. We still got them. They still rolling. We selling out.
Yeah. I need to be on deck for that one, man. I need to see that. Yeah, for sure. Okay. What other projects you working on right now?
Well, I'm working on a stage play now. It's called I Need Love.
Okay.
Yep. And it's based on it's self-explanatory. It's just about, you know, it's different people, different walks of life, and where they are relationally. You know, all of us need love. You know, that's what it's about. Everybody need love.
Yeah. You
know,
can act tough,
man.
all you
can
want.
act
You
tough
need some
all you
love.
want. You just took the words out of my mouth.
Yeah, you can act
you
tough
can act
all
like you don't
want.
need it.
Yeah.
But you need it.
For real,
you know?
for real. You see these tough guys, man, who they be wanting? They bombers. You know what I'm saying? Hey, whenever you get through, you know you want some love, buddy.
I'm telling you.
I done watched so many First 48s, and he finna go to jail, man. Can I get my mama? Yeah. You want some love now, don't you, little tough ass boy? Yeah, now you want some love. I mean, hey, I seen it so many times, bro. So that's dope. That's a dope concept. That's a dope concept. So when you come up with these ideas, it's all you. You just
it's all.
It just click.
Man, it's just like my publicist was asking me today. She was like, "Man, where are you coming up
Where
with
you
these?
get this shit from?
Where is this coming from?" I'm like, it comes from my head. Like I'm always thinking.
Yeah.
But I love being creative. I love the arts. I love to act, but I've fallen more in love with being behind the scenes though. But
and watching your creation manifest.
Man, watching it. But the stage is where I feel like I thrive. Like it's where I'm supposed to be. If you take me off a stage, if you take creativity out of the world, like
you may not exist.
Man, that'll be detrimental to me. You know,
may
because
not exist at
man,
that point.
that's how important acting, that's how important writing, that's how important being creative is to me. But that's why we dropping content like that. Like I'm reenacting the Friday scene with Red with the black eye. Because I want people to see like we're actually doing this, like we're actually being creative. And if people see that, man, if he's this creative with skits, man, it gotta be something special. But what we did with the skits were we took we twisted it. We kept the same concept, but instead of Red saying, "Man, my grandma gave me that chain," it was like Debo beat him up for a ticket.
Okay.
Or like I did a skit with Baby D chasing me around the car. And I'm like, what you want? You want some Chick-fil-A? What you want Crystal? She like, no. I'm like, I know what you want. You want a ticket to the movie, though? She like,
okay.
What it come with? Front row seat? I'm like, yeah, it come with front row seat. And she like, get out of here before I change my mind. So we kept the concept, but we twisted it up.
With a twist
and it's
on.
like instead of
So
her with the cookie
and content all in one.
It's promo and content, but it's really engaging people and pulling them in. Like if he can get this creative about the movie, if he's putting this much into skits, I know he put a lot into this movie. And that's why I did what I did.
That's dope. That's dope as hell. I love that, man. I love that. What's your sign, brother?
I was born in June, so my sign Gemini.
Gemini. Okay. That's dope. That's dope. I like that, man. I'm an Aries. I had to ask.
Yeah.
Because I consider myself a visionary. I just don't, I visualize something, man. I will act on it in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
Any idea, my wife, man, it'd be like, dude, where do you get this shit from? I come up with something, I'm gone.
Yeah.
That's how I started my brand, just off a conversation that I had with a friend of mine, and you know, he had his brand. It's called Baseball Rich.
Mm-hmm.
I just asked him, you know, what made, you know, how did you come up with it? What made, you know what I'm saying? He was just like, man, no salary cap, man, Baseball Rich.
Mm-hmm.
And my thing was so 100. I already had it when I did my music. That was one of my mottos, you know, keeping it 100, so 100 or whatever. So he said, on Instagram, anytime I saw something relatable or real or honorable, I would hashtag so 100. That would be my comment on the post. And he said to me, he was like, man, would you be on that so 100, man? That's a brand. That could be a brand.
Turn into something.
Yeah. When he told me that, it lit fire under me. I just started, I got a bunch of T-shirts printed with just the word on it.
That's dope.
That's how I started.
That's dope.
And slowly I developed a vision for a logo. Had my wife, you know, she got good penmanship. I had her draw the vision. I'm like, we need the S1H, but I want them infused together. Came with the logo, got it digitized. And I'm like, I need a slogan. I'm standing in the shop cutting somebody's hair. Came to me, I'm like, what you wear is how you feel. So 100.
Man.
So I came with that, and that's where the whole concept came, and I've been running with it since 2016.
That's dope, man.
You know what I'm saying? And I do this constantly, man. I just come and get in this barbershop. I was in a traditional barbershop, and I was just like, man, I want to do more. But I want it to be more of a VIP service, private, not the whole shop concept.
Yeah.
And the pandemic kind of influenced that a little bit. I'm like, I can do this one room type action. Man, dipped out the shop, went and got me a suite.
Wow.
I'm gone, you know what I'm saying? And I do so many other things. I promote parties. I have a recreational rental service where I rent out party favors like stripper poles and hookahs. Bar, I have a pop-up bar, you know what I'm saying? Just things that you can use at your party, you know what I'm saying? So I got that going, and that was just because I had the equipment from when I was throwing parties.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I might as well use it. I made a rental service and just off the vision, just take off with it.
Yeah,
but I want to get that skill you got to get behind that camera or get that editing down. If I get that, if I had the time, it would be crazy.
Yeah.
It would be crazy for me, man. So I definitely salute you for that. That's a hell of a talent right there.
Oh man, I still have a team though. Like with the movie, like I got a got it that directed Reginald Henderson Jr. Shout out to my guy Reggie.
Yeah, man.
He was on it, and me and him just kind of worked together. And you know, I shot some stuff. He shot majority of the movie, so it's just dope. Just working with a team, even having a wardrobe stylist and a makeup artist, and you know, I really put a lot of resources, a lot of funds behind. Like I funded it myself.
Okay.
You know, because I believe in it. Like I believe it's something special, so I put the money behind it. One of the actors told me, she was like, I've been on a lot of productions. She was like, I never felt like this. You know, even with productions, I wasn't getting paid for it. They weren't doing makeup and, you know, all of this. So even with this being the first movie, it's still, you know, you're going to watch it and feel like.
You didn't half step. You gonna,
it wasn't half step. Like I've been really, and I say this, it's a joke, but it's serious. I'm like, man, this cannot be one of them Tubi movies. Like, you know, you get slapped and 5 seconds later, you fall back. It's like, what is that? You know, so I've been really intentional about, that's why I keep telling people, like, this movie is special. It's not something that's just thrown together, like the production of it, the sound, everything is on point.
Really put you all into
I even put a soundtrack to the movie.
Okay.
You know, just putting my creativity with it, you know, because that's
did the music.
Yeah, that's another dynamic of it. I wrote the songs for singers. I got a guy singing. I wrote the hook. Then I wrote the verses. I got a sister. She rapped too, so she on the track, you know, soundtrack for the movie.
That's what's up, man. Hey, that's big business right there,
yeah.
man.
I'm able to put everything that I do together, and that's why I like being behind the scenes and creating a movie. Just
your ideas.
Man, I can put the music in there. It's special,
dope.
Man.
That's
it's
dope,
special.
man. That's dope. I'm really looking forward to checking it out, man. For real,
it's special.
Just off the conversation we having right now, man. I'm looking forward. I gotta come check it out, man.
I appreciate that
for sure. Yeah. Okay, we gonna move on into a little bit. I got a few other little questions in my bag. I got my little interview bag.
Come on, let's go.
Yeah. I want you to tell me something that you believed as a child that you realized was some bullshit when you became an adult. You know what I'm saying? Something that you believed as a child, but when you grew up, you was like, nah, that ain't true.
Let me see. Wishing on a star. That's the first thing. I don't know why I just thought of that, but just
So you used to believe in that.
I real deal believe you can stand outside, wish on a star, and
your
your wish can come
true.
Based on. But when I used to wish on stars, as I think about it, the wishes that I made with the star never came true. So as I got old, it's just stuff like that.
I can dig it. I can dig it. Yeah. So tell me this, man. I want you to finish a sentence for me. It hurts me to see
my daughter cry.
Ooh.
One time she hurt her knee.
That's the first thing that came to your mind.
We was at Shelby Farm Park one day. I know she still got the scar to this day. She was riding on a scooter. One of them
electric scooters.
Man, she was riding on it. She got ahead of me. I told her before though. I was like, before she got, I was like, hey, look, watch your speed, slow down. She took off.
She rode.
She went around where some rocks was. She fell. She bust her knee, and it was bleeding real bad. And she was crying like it was hysterical.
How old was she then?
She had to been 7 or 8.
7 or 8.
Matter of fact, this was during the pandemic, so it was 4 years ago.
Okay.
So she was about 7. She was 7 or 8. So I was right.
Yeah.
And I had to carry her on my back. So seeing her in agony like that, I'm like, man.
Now it's crazy because that goes back to your 7-year-old experience.
Yeah.
So when you fell, that concept in your mind, you feeling like she feeling that type of pain.
She probably like, and if you ask, she probably gonna say,
I don't want to feel
it.
Yeah. It's just so crazy how those experiences just affect us so much.
Man.
To where you feel like, oh my God, basically like she feeling the pain you felt.
And I didn't even think about that. So
It's a
like
psychological thing that come together.
Yeah.
Because you look at it like you don't want her to feel that hurt.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Even though it wasn't in a stroller, whatever, you know what I'm saying? That pain in that moment that affected you like that. So for that to come to your mind, it really all comes together.
Right.
Yeah, that's crazy. He said, hate to see his daughter cry. I got too many. They done cried. And the cry wasn't too many times sometimes.
Man.
I'm different. I be different with it. Like, I be like, you better cut it out.
Yeah.
But now, my adult daughters now, to this day, they call me every once in a while, Daddy. Sometimes I be thinking you made us just too tough.
Yeah.
Because they zero tolerance when it comes to a man.
Yeah.
They ain't got no bow. They ain't gonna bow out.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's all. It all comes from me. They be like, I got one daughter. She was going to therapy, talking to her therapist, and she like, I was raised by my father. I don't know how to shake this. You know what I'm saying? This, I guess they would say this feminine energy or soft energy.
Air, yeah.
Yeah, they like, man, ain't nothing soft about me. I'm standing up, I'm gonna handle my business.
Yeah.
And I'm talking about more so as the independent woman, the woman that you might hear, society talk about. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like I never raised my daughter preparing her for no man. You know what I'm saying? I always raised mine to be great as an individual.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And this is unconsciously. I wasn't thinking like that. I was just like, that ain't what I'm doing. I'm not preparing you for no man. I'm preparing you for life.
Yeah.
And so it kind of backfires on them every once in a while. They be like, man, Daddy, you did us sin. I be like, hey, oh well, you know what I'm saying? Tough luck on him, man, because hey, I can't help him.
Yeah.
But it be crazy like that for me, man. They like, man, dude, you did us in. I be like, hey, I'm sorry, but what can I say? You know what I'm saying? But I had a unique way of raising them. Like I didn't cuss at my kids. So now if a man say something, that's probably the first thing they go, man, my daddy don't even talk to me like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like a lot of things that I was conscious, and I really felt like I was preparing them for the world. Like, ain't no way the world gonna be able to treat you like this.
Right.
You're gonna be able to, you're gonna be able to stand strong.
Yes,
and to this day, that's how they do, man. They all grown, all mine grown.
Wow.
My oldest will be 31 this year.
Wow, man.
My youngest will be 22. I have a son too. I didn't have the pleasure of being a part of his life though. So he about 4 years old. I had been a part of his life since he was 4. But my daughters, them the ones that I was in tune with. Yeah. But my youngest daughter she'll be 25 this year. All grown. Bachelor's degree. I got 2 that got bachelor's degrees, 2 college grads, 1 military vet.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? One supervisor, 1 real estate agent doing their thing. You know, everybody, the one that does real estate, she used to own 6 Airbnbs. She sold all of them, cashed out on them, you know what I'm saying?
Wow.
So I got they pretty tough. They solid. Yeah, I got a
awesome,
solid
man.
team, for
That's
real.
Awesome.
1 grandbaby.
Wow.
Yeah, I think that's my flex to have all them grown daughters. You with me?
Yeah.
To have all them grown daughters, 1 grandbaby.
Kid. Yeah.
Yep. And she's just 2. My baby girl actually the one that had her, and I predicted that. I knew. I said in early on because she was the one that just loved the kids.
Yeah.
She was like the family babysitter when the family come down, and I keep them all. She just had that niche for the kids. So I used to tell my wife, I'm like, yeah, she gonna probably be the one to give me a grandbaby first, and she did. I just told her wait till I was 50, but she didn't. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. So that I feel like that's my flex, man, having that 1 grandbaby, and it's a girl too.
Oh man.
So it's girls all around, man.
Hey.
It's been like that for me for a long
time.
For real. But they solid, man. I love them, and I can't ask for much more. They doing their thing.
Man, that's awesome.
Everybody doing their thing for sure.
That's awesome.
Man, back to you though, brother. Let's see. I want to get into some words, man, and what a few words mean to you. Let's see. I think I'm gonna start with you. I'm gonna start with the word humble. Tell me what that word means to you and how it applies to your life. And I know that you're a Christian. You consider a Christian. I know humble is a big part of Christianity. I was raised in culture, Church of God in Christ myself too, and I know that it's a big thing in that realm. However, as I grew and evolved into being a man, I came to realize that humble for me was something I kind of more so attached to being. I'll say this. Let me reword it. I think that humble is something that you don't really do it to yourself. I think life will humble you. Knowledge can humble you. Or I would succumb humble to knowledge or certain skills, you know what I'm saying? Competition, God, you know what I'm saying? I feel like those are the things that humble you. But when it comes to me humbling me, in the exact definition of what it is basically toning yourself down to satisfy others. In a nutshell, I don't mess with that part of it. You know what I'm saying? And not saying I'm not really trying to flex on anyone else. But when it comes to celebrating myself and my accomplishments and my achievements, I feel no need in being humble, right? So I always break that down because I know we were taught humble, and you get that all the time. Be humble, be humble. But I think that you're cheating yourself out of the enjoyment of your accomplishments when you humble yourself. You know what I'm saying? And it doesn't mean shit on nobody. It doesn't mean disrespect nobody or make anyone feel bad.
Yeah.
But don't hold back when it comes to celebrating you. So with that being said, what is your take on humble?
I mean, I think you just broke it down perfectly.
Yeah.
I agree. I think for me, even as a supervisor, a lot of times I have to, because I don't walk around arrogant and, I'm the supervisor, like I don't announce it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I had team leads that did it, on my job, and I had to tell one guy, because he was walking around
flexing. He's flexing his authority.
On folks, but he didn't have that knowledge of, what it took to be a team lead. And I'm like, man, you gotta come down because you don't understand what, you gotta learn this stuff before you just,
get the
try to do all of that. He was doing all that with no knowledge.
That's a prime example.
Yeah.
He was so
cocky.
over arrogant and cocky.
It was crazy.
You had to humble him with the knowledge, though.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying. Like, knowledge will humble you.
Yeah.
When you understand exactly what the concept is, that'll humble you. You don't have to humble yourself.
Yeah.
But once you get the proper knowledge and the understanding of what the position entails, then I'm sure he probably toned it down or he got fired.
Yeah.
One of the two.
Yeah, the second one. But I know, the Bible said, let your light shine, before men, God to get the glory. I think, just even with boasting, if I boast in the Lord,
I'm with you.
And some people don't celebrate their accomplishment. They don't talk about what they do, or they don't walk in it confidently, because they want to be humble. But it's like, it ain't that you being, arrogant
or cocky.
You just confident in who you are and what you do, and sometimes it's gonna make people feel some type of way.
Some people,
and that's why some people don't like being confident.
Yeah,
and say, well, I'm gonna just be humble. Like, nah, be confident in who you are.
Yeah.
Don't sabotage yourself or shrink because somebody else don't like your shine.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? It's like, man, shine regardless of how somebody else feel. Don't turn your light off because of somebody else's insecurity.
Man, I'm totally with you on that. I've heard, even after I break it down how I see it, I've heard people still say, "Nah, you have to be humble," and I'm thinking like this, right? That term and that teaching came from an insecure place. You know what I'm saying? You may have an insecure parent teaching their child that you're not pushing that child to their full potential when you teach that. And like I said, you can teach courtesy. You can be courteous. You can teach patience. But when you teach humble, you really, you know what I'm saying, toning down something that may really need to shine later. You know what I'm saying? So I'm big on, man, shine. Don't
shine,
hesitate,
sure.
man, shine.
For sure.
And sometimes it takes your light for someone else to shine.
Because somebody else got to see it.
As much as someone may hate, it's somebody over there wishing they need that motivation.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? And then you get people, it's crazy because I hear, your teammates might be saying, pop it, do your thing, shine, shine, shine. But you get that one person in the cut to say, man, they be doing too much. Says who?
Yeah.
I'm like, man, who put the level on it? You put the level on it? Man, says who? I don't get it. So I never understood that, man. I had the experience in my early years. They be like, be humble. I had to grow out of that. Like, nah. And I think it's because I realized nobody is gonna celebrate you like it. No matter how, what I'm saying, how much love you might get.
Yeah.
Man, ain't nobody gonna love you more than you.
That's it, man.
You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you. So that leads me to my next word, man. I'm gonna tap into that word love. Love, man. So tell me what that word means to you and how it applies in your life.
Well, growing up, I used to always that's another thing that I heard when I was little. That it's like we heard love was not in the dictionary, and I used to believe it. That's another to answer your question from earlier. That's another thing. I used to think love wasn't in the dictionary just because people were saying
it. Yeah.
So I thought love just
didn't exist.
Man, didn't exist, or it just was made up.
Imaginary.
But you know, that word to me now means patience.
Yeah.
It means being long suffering. It means being kind. It means being compassionate. It means correcting people. You know, because you can correct somebody in love. You know. It just means being gracious, you know, forgiving, just servant, you know, just not self-seeking, but just serving other people. You know what I mean? So love for me means giving of yourself, and also receiving too, you know, because I need love.
Yeah, definitely. You got to.
I need love. Just like the stage play role, because we all, you know, we all need
everybody need it.
We give it, but we also should receive it.
Definitely. I'm with you on that. And another story about that with love, I always thought that I always knew it was in the dictionary. I wasn't.
Yeah, I guess I was just naive.
No, you wasn't naive when I was somebody taught you.
Yeah.
Because when they said it, you didn't think to go and research it yourself.
Right.
But I'm sure God delivered you from that.
Man, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So, but I always say that there is levels to love.
Absolutely. Oh, definitely.
You know what I'm saying? And I had a conversation with an individual, and they said, you can't deny a person's love, right? And I was like, that's true. Because I can't tell you don't love me, but it's at your level and understanding of love. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So you get, you may see a woman and a man in a relationship, and one of them may do wrong and the other one may say, you don't love me. Mm-hmm. And it'd be like, yes, I do love you. You know what I'm saying? But you had to realize that the love that you may be expecting from this person, they may not be on that level.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or the love you may be giving that person, they may not be on that level.
Yeah.
So they don't even understand how much you truly love them.
Yeah.
Because they don't understand the levels of love.
Yeah.
They got this thing out now, what they call it, the love language.
Oh man, I was just thinking about that.
You know what I'm saying?
I was just thinking about that.
And a big thing with that, the love languages, what they got it, the words of affirmation, the gifts, the the touch, acts of service,
quality time.
Yeah, look, you on it. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Now you take all those concepts. My theory on those, most of that is for a woman. I feel it's safe to say all of it is for a woman. And I say that in the sense of being a man and evolving as a man. I think the biggest level of love for men or man is loyalty.
Yeah, absolutely.
I've evaluated this in so many ways, and don't get me wrong, those love languages do exist in men. Don't get me wrong,
absolutely.
They do exist, but I think the key love language for men,
like the top thing for me,
is gonna be loyalty.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And that leads me to my next word, which is loyalty. I hear a lot of people put loyalty and respect together, right? I separate the two for this particular reason. I think you can walk in the door with respect. You don't have to know me. You don't have to, have any experiences with me. We don't have to have no type of relationship, but we can definitely have a mutual respect. But when it comes to loyalty, I feel like you have to have a dynamic to be loyal to somewhere. It has to be some type of friendship, relationship, companionship. It has to be something, because you can't be loyal to anyone you don't know. You know what I'm saying? You got to have something.
Absolutely.
So when you say loyalty, I think that requires a dynamic. And that's why I separate the two. But I hear people say loyalty and respect. Lord, I'm like, nah. Because I feel like you can respect me and not be loyal to me. You know what I'm saying? Now, they do work hand in hand because I feel like if you're loyal to me, you will respect me. But vice versa, you don't have to be loyal to me to respect. You can respect what I do. You can respect my hustle. You can respect me as a man. You don't have to have nothing. You know, we have no ties for that.
Yeah.
So when it comes to loyalty, how do you see it, and how does that apply to your life?
I think loyalty is like if you have a friendship with somebody,
Yeah.
you solid in that friendship.
Yeah.
You're not, one way with the person. But then, when you leave the person's presence, you talking bad about them.
Yeah.
Or you like,
Two-faced.
Yeah,
That's the
you
old.
two-faced.
We remember two-faced.
Yeah, like that ain't, that's
That
that's
ain't
not
loyal.
loyalty.
That ain't loyal.
So when I think about loyalty, I automatically, just
You think about that.
Yeah.
Just basically, you saying like loyalty is more so how you represent me outside of my presence, basically, or represent what we have outside of my presence. I can dig that, and that's definitely factual. Yeah. So what about respect? How do you view that, and how does that apply?
Respect, I think, that's something that's I know people say it's something that's earned and not given. But I think, just to it, like, you're going to respect, your parent because, the police, you respect the police because they're the police.
Yeah.
It's like when people are in higher positions and in authority,
figure,
you respect that because you know that they're in authority.
Yeah.
I think, I think you can lose respect too.
Definitely.
Because just the way you treat people.
For sure.
So I do think to a degree it's earned.
It's earned,
which is it's like, the police, I'm gonna respect the police.
Automatic,
the police.
I think, and you know what, now that we're talking about it, I think respect is kind of like love. It has levels.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You hear the term the utmost respect.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? You hear that term, but then you can just hear just the word respect, and it's still, they're somewhat equal. But when you say the utmost respect, it's because of an experience or an encounter.
I definitely agree.
You know what I'm saying? You're like,
Definitely
okay, I got the utmost respect for that person because they did this or did that. But I can, like I said, I can walk in the room full of strangers, and I respect everybody in the room.
Yeah.
Until they give me a reason not to. You know what I mean? So I guess you could say I have like a level of respect that just stays on autopilot. So it's like it never goes away. It just, unless you know what I'm saying, cause it to go away. But other than that, I think respect is something, just as a man, that you should walk around with.
Yeah.
And most of the time, I think that it's reciprocated if you have that energy.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
I think I'm the type of person that, I give people respect.
For sure.
Now, it's probably a few people that I lost respect for,
Exactly.
but it will happen over time.
Yeah,
it's
that
not like
experience,
I automatically
yeah.
be like, I don't respect you.
Yeah.
Like I come with it automatic.
Yeah,
that's just the way I'm
because
wired.
you did some disrespectful stuff. That's what make me
and it's like,
lose all respect for you.
Now I see certain stuff and it's like, okay, I done lost respect. But it takes for some things it takes a lot, we see the P. Diddy stuff that happened, I mean, I don't think highly of celebrities anyway.
Me either.
But when I saw that, just my respect level just went zero.
Yeah.
Like,
and it was bad because with the P. Diddy thing, I'm one of them type, like, I'm like, I initially thought, man, P. Diddy just a freaky dude. Like, maybe they just exaggerating. But, I say you can't really hold a man's, his mental when it comes to his sexual preference. Long as it's respectful and it's legal, you can't really hold. But once they showed it all, like, damn, P. Diddy, you out of there, buddy. Yeah. They gonna sock it to P. Diddy now, man.
Yeah. And I think what, for me, what hits home is, I saw a bruise in the home. Like my mom, she was, she got a bruise, and I would always tell myself, man, I would never take a
Never
woman
do
through
that.
that, like for real, because you know, seeing that it's traumatic it was traumatic for me,
for sure.
you know what I mean? Because we was hiding and running under bed, you know, I see something like that, it's like, man, it's not cool to put your hands on women anyway.
I'm with you.
Yeah, but seeing that, it's like, man, you know, stuff like that.
Yeah.
I ain't got no respect.
Yeah.
You know, like
P. Diddy been dead messing around like that with the wrong man daughter.
Yeah.
For real.
Couldn't have been mine.
It couldn't have been mine. Especially if she come tell me now. If I would have saw the video, I probably would have came and found you. But if she came and told me, oh boy, it's a manhunt. It's like Taken. You know the movie Taken. Hey, I got a set of skills. And if you don't quit playing well, I'm coming for you, my boy. I'm telling you. But I think that P. Diddy got carried away based off his privilege. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? He got away with it from what they say, you know, allegedly, I guess you could say. He got away with it so much. And that money, man, that money will buy you out.
Yeah.
I've seen money buy so many people out till they get to the federal government. But state, I done seen people buy their way out of charge in the state. But once you get to them feds and that federal government, boy, they like, we'll take your money. We don't get nothing. We'll take that. That ain't nothing. So I've seen it go real bad for a lot of people, and I think it's gonna go bad for old Diddy, man. Hate to say it, man. Take that. Anyway, man, moving right along, brother. Now I gotta look now. Man. I really appreciate the conversation we having, my brother.
Man,
I really do.
I appreciate you, you know, for allowing me to come on the podcast,
man. For sure.
This thing been just dope.
Man, I appreciate it, brother. I appreciate it for real. Let me see. I don't want to miss nothing. I want to make sure I get to know you very well. So I got to look at mine. I thought I was doing good. They was coming off top of the head. Let me go look, man. Let me go check my question bag. Okay, yeah. All right, now I want to ask you, what would you consider to be your wow factor? Like, what was somebody say? Would you be your wow factor?
I think appearance-wise, the way I dress, she's sitting right there. She'll tell you. She was like, "Man, how you fresh in a stage play?" You know, I'd like to, you know, keep myself up.
How you put it together?
Not for people, but for myself.
You can't dress for people,
man.
Yeah, you can't do that.
Yeah, but it's confident. You know, it's me being confident and wanting to be presentable. You know what I'm saying? Like when I saw you, I'm like, man, this dude clean, man. I could go home and change clothes.
Nah, that's what's up.
But I think that's one thing, and I could say another thing is the unique thing about me is I don't write music.
Okay.
Except for if I'm writing for somebody else, I write for them so they can read off the paper. But as far as me, I'm straight, right? Like I'm straight out the dome.
You doing the Lil Wayne and Jay-Z?
Man, I was we was doing a song, and we do like rap songs for like our anniversaries at church. And one time I'm in the studio, and one of the guys I was just rapping. He was like, "Man, where your paper is?" I'm like, I don't need it.
You basically come with some bars in your head and remember that bar and add more to it.
Now, I have the whole song. Like I have the whole.
So, on the mic or off the mic?
Like if I'm in the mic rapping, like I got the whole thing. Like I don't jump out and jump in the studio.
You ain't punching in.
Yeah, I'm doing the whole thing.
Straight up.
Yeah. Now I don't do it in one take.
No.
But sometimes it'll take like 6, 7. But I try to knock them out in like because I have the whole rap already.
Dang.
Yeah, I have the whole rap in my head.
Oh yeah, you're a creative engine, man.
Yeah,
for real.
Like that's where the creative stuff come from.
You're a creative
right
engine
here.
For real.
There's a lot in my head.
Now I've done the punch in.
Yeah.
You know I know a little bit about the recording.
I feel it.
I've done that. But to be able to write the whole thing,
songs. Yeah,
and go in there and drop the whole verse, that's unique, brother. Yeah, that's definitely what Lil Wayne, Jay-Z and them be talking about. Absolutely. That's what they be doing.
Yeah.
I know they punch in too. I can actually listen to music and tell, you can hear the overlay of the vocals and tell they punched in. But in a nutshell, they do it like that.
Yeah, absolutely. And the reason I do it like, I've been like this since 2008.
Yeah.
The reason I do it like this because I feel like writing on paper is a distraction. If
Really?
I can just go and put it in here and get it out, that's easier for me.
That's cool. How long it take you to write? If you writing a song and you at the studio, how long it take?
It depends. Like sometimes it
just depends on the vibe.
It can be like
basically.
20 minutes, 25, 30 or whatever. Yeah, it depends.
That's crazy. That's dope as hell though.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah.
So you sit there and just think of it. See, me, I got to write mine down because I mess around and forget how I said it.
Yeah.
Or forget the way, you know what I'm saying? So I got to write it down because I'm going to run back through it when I'm writing it.
Yeah.
Unless I'm freestyling, but even with freestyling, I still got to, I when I used to rap, I used to take a piece of something to keep me going. Like I might take 4 bars and then run off that. And then another 2 bars come from something I've run off. You know what I'm saying? I used to do like that. But I've never been a hell of a freestyler. But I can write, though. I can definitely write. But I have to put it on paper for sure. That's cool, man. Okay, your wow factor, that's your really just your creative talent is your wow factor.
And it's a God-given. Like, I don't even.
Real.
Yeah,
All right, tell me this, man. We all got it. What is something you like most about yourself?
I would say my personality. The way I'm interpersonal with people, like my interpersonal skills.
Okay.
Just even as a supervisor, I'm able to just relate to people because I came from, I was the worker.
Okay.
But then my role changed, but because I understand where they come from, it don't mean that I become that again. But I'm able to relate and to connect with people. That's the thing I like about myself, though. Like I can connect with almost anybody.
That's what's up. So tell me this: what is it you like least?
My attitude, man. Sometimes I can allow my flesh to overtake me. Just the procrastination part of me.
Okay.
Which I'm not a procrastinator. I don't want to,
Don't
but I do have procrastination tendencies that I have to check. But the thing that I also been working on actively is just, my attitude and how I react to things. I've been doing much better. Like just working on my emotional intelligence. I'm at a much better place than I used to be. That's one thing I would tell you I least, like about myself. Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you something I suggest, man. Download the Pep Talk app. And I say that because it done a lot for me. The Pep Talk app, and it's free, and it's some free stuff, but most apps you can buy more. But it has a lot of motivational speakers. You may hear a Steve Harvey clip, but it's motivational. Those did a lot for me when I be in my slump and I'm just not on top of it. You know what I'm saying? You get to hearing that, man, and it's a nigga telling you cannot be lazy. You know what I'm saying?
Like,
you get to hear the nigga in your ear, and I got headphones. I might have this on in the gym.
Yeah.
And they talking, but it's that motivation, and it really pulls your card like,
more definitely.
let me get to it.
Yeah.
Pep Talk, man.
Absolutely.
Keep that in mind, man. Download that joint. So when you in one of them modes and I know I get in a mode where my ideas are flowing, but I ain't moving on nothing. My ideas are flowing, and I got a whole to-do list, but I ain't
doing it.
And I'm like, man, if I go to Pep Talk, it's like you can, man. I might click on one. It might be, no, I don't need that. It's a little too sad. But the boy, Inky, what's his name? Inky Johnson. I think his name. Well, anyway, he was a football player. He messed his arm up. He paralyzed in one arm. But his stories really motivate me about how his life was. So if I get to hearing him and him being handicapped and he'll speak on it and have you really like checking yourself. You be like, you know what? Let me get on it. I'm finna take one of those things off that list and get to it when I listen to it.
Yeah.
And I use it all the time. It's one of those, just to get you going. Because, I'm one of them people, man. I always been the go-to. You know what I'm saying? I'm the one that gonna speak life, and I'm one gonna get pep you up whenever the things that the app does for me, I do that for people.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? My clients, I may get a client, man, telling me about his relationship or something, man. And I can really, by the time I finish cutting his hair, I can have him he'd be like, man, bro, I appreciate it.
Man, that's what's up.
You know what I'm saying? Just walking him through it and telling him what he may need to do. Or client this came to me at one of my clients. He lost his mom. And he's the oldest child, and he has 2 siblings. And me and him, we close to the same age, but the 2 siblings are younger, and they really depended on their mom. But they grown, so he had to kind of step up. And man, when I tell you, the boy was going through it, and he just trying to fill that empty space, and I had to tell him, man, you can't do it, bro.
Yeah.
You can't. These grown folks, man.
Right.
I said, now he had it's a sister and brother. Now I'm like, this sister, you need to speak some life into her. Tell her what you think is best for her, but allow her to do what she gonna do. Yeah. And this brother, ain't too much you can do for him, cause he don't want to hear nothing. He's a straight mama's boy, and he was really evasive when it came to addressing issues. So I'm like, as a man, you his brother. Man, if he want to evade the conversation, you gotta let him go. Let him live his life. And literally, when we got done talking, man, the man had tears in his eyes, man, and thanked me like, man, you just don't know. I'm like, bro, you just gotta let that go, bro.
Yeah.
You can't be your mom.
Right.
You can't fill those shoes.
Absolutely.
That was something only a mother could do.
Right.
And no matter what you do, they'll never appreciate it from you like they did from mama.
Right. Yep.
So you're going to have to wash your hands and let them be, man.
Absolutely.
For real. And I do that for so many people, but me, I don't have that go-to. I ain't never had it. I've been just pushed through every tragedy and that I've been through. I had to push through it myself. Even with my kids, when their mom passed, I can't break down. I got to be strong for them. You know what I'm saying? I ain't had nobody to run to and try to get it, you know what I'm saying, get it right. So I've been one to persevere and just push through it. And that's how I raised my daughters.
Yeah.
I remember telling them one time, they went all in elementary school. And I remember when I went to school, had a bad day, she was sad, and the teacher called me. And I remember telling her, when you feel like that, just let me know, you can stay at home. And I told her that because I always wanted them to realize that you have to use it as a stepping stone and not a crutch. You can't live life. You can't go and expect sympathy from these people in life. And I just wanted them to understand that early, that, man, it's bad. Daddy might go one day, but you going to have to have a, strong back, stand strong, and keep pushing, because life ain't going to never stop.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I was big on that. And now, still to this day, they come to me, you know what I'm saying? I when they want to hear the real, they might dodge me for a while, like, no, I ain't talking to Daddy, because I know Daddy going to get into it. Then when they finally try with what she said, try what he said, and they call me, I be like, well, here it is, you know what I'm saying? And it usually be factual, because I understand. I always been just real with them about just real life. We ain't sugarcoating it. We can't pacify it. We can't baby it. Real life always.
Yeah.
And that's them to this day. Right now, they live just like that. You know what I'm saying? So I always make sure I use things like the pep talk. I got a couple good friends that I can reach out to, but I don't think they can really relate, because I know what I've been through. ain't even
Been through
it. They ain't tapped into that. You know what I'm saying? I'm a widow at 23 years old. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
I'm a widow father at 23 years old. So I've had conversations with elders, and I'm like, they like, oh, you a young, but I'm like, bro, I done been through stuff you ain't even been through. You and your wife been married 50 plus years.
My
man.
Lord.
Look, you know what I'm saying?
Man.
You ain't even been through what I done went
Yeah.
through yet. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? In that sense, so I done had those type of conversations, and once I get done, they be like, wow. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like that, brother.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying? You got to understand.
Right.
But the pep talk, and it's another one, another guy on YouTube. I can't think his name. And he hit home. He almost be preaching to you too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you catch him, if you in a slump and you just feel like you procrastinating, if I think of it, I'll send it to you. I'll get it to you for sure. Let's see, man. We wrapping up here, man.
Okay.
I want to ask you, man, have you ever had a vice in life? Have you ever had something that had a hold on you that you couldn't shake?
It was the women, man.
Women.
Yeah.
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 You the first man that said women. I've had a woman that said, well, I said a man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But you're the first man that I heard say women, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. So with that vice, what do you think it took for you to shake it?
It took God, number one.
Okay.
Yeah, so that was, just my turning point. Like when I got saved, I wasn't perfect.
Yeah, of course
but
not.
I'm still striving. But I'm not the guy that I was. In my old lifestyle.
Yeah,
like the women were it. Like if I wasn't addicted to drugs. I wasn't addicted to porn.
Okay.
But
you
lust
want it in the
and
flesh.
women, yeah. But it had something to do with my upbringing too, though.
Definitely that
because what we
love.
saw,
You're seeking that love and that validation.
Yeah. And then the guys around us, like, man, get them and
that's
smash
what it took.
like, that was just a thing.
Yeah.
But
that's so
I
crazy in our world, man.
I broke a woman's heart. It was like in 2012. It was somebody I was really, in tune with, I felt like.
Yeah.
When I did that, that's when reality hit me like, yeah, this ain't cool.
Yeah.
But I was still doing my thing. But it took for God to break
you
that
had to
thing.
shake it. You had to shake loose.
Yeah, it took for God to break it. When I got a relationship with Christ, a real one, and just started walking, the straight and narrow road. That's when the trajectory of it, shifted.
Okay.
To where I'm where I am now. Like I'm a one woman type of man. I was telling somebody that the other day. I was like, yeah, that's me in a nutshell, because I have a daughter that I'm raising, and so she need to see.
You want to display that,
I want her to see that, but more so I want that for me, because if I didn't have a daughter,
you have to overcome it regardless.
The motivation to be, this is what I want for my life, but that was my vice though.
No doubt. That's crazy, man. I had one woman tell me, she told me a specific man was her vice.
Yeah.
I said, woo-wee. She said, man, she said, J1, this man had me say, and it was crazy because she said she had the same number. This man can go a year or two, they don't even talk.
Yeah.
And she said, for some reason, this nigga can hit her number.
She gone.
And she go. She said she had start arguing with her current relationship just to go see this. I was like, damn. She was like, this boy had a real hold on her. And now mind you, we having this conversation and she's 40.
Yeah.
She said she recently just shook it.
Yeah.
She said it was that bad, but she said I told her, you have to put some value on yourself.
Man.
Because if a man got that much of a hold on you, he ain't got to do nothing in between time.
Yeah.
This man, once he, I think she said his message was like, what's up, friend? It was something like that, to where the number she don't even know. But he say the same thing when he reconnect with her every time.
She just automatically
to where she knew it's him.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, I said, that's crazy. She said he had recently just messed up. Well, she messed up her current relationship because of this guy. And then really where it dawned on her, like, I got to stop. Because he off doing his thing. He just doing his thing the whole time. And when he just get the urge, he want to deal with her. What's up, friend? And she like, hey, can you catch a flight tomorrow? What time? They set it up. She started arguing. They know she gone. I'm like, what? I said, boy, I know. I mean, I could have been one of your niggas in that time frame, boy. You just up and leave. She said, man, it was like that. Man. I said, golly, that's terrible. Man. Now, I'm with you. Women was a vice in my life, but I think that, like you said, it was our upbringing. Mine was a little different. Mine was so where my last name is Jones, right? And the men in my family, all the way to my grandfather, they had this reputation. So when I had my first daughter at 16, right? I had my second one at 18. Nobody never pulled my coattail and said, hey, what you doing? Like, use a condom or what you know what I'm saying? Nobody pulled that. Guess what I heard? Here Jones. It was almost glorified, but it was pure reckless. You know what I'm saying? And just ignorance when it came to, sex or whatever, because you're just reckless basically. So it took, I was going into the Army at 20. Man, I had 2 daughters and 2 on the way. Wow. At 20. I know you said you had your baby at 21.
Yep.
Man, I had 2 and 2 on my way into the Army. One I knew was coming, and it was questionable because her mom had a boyfriend, live-in boyfriend. So we kind of messed around, so it was questionable if she was mine. The other one, when I'm leaving, I don't even know she's on the way. I get a letter in basic training. I'm like, hold on. I left here, and I got one possible, I guess you could say. Then she write me, and the one, my daughter's mom that was writing me at that time, I knew that was mine. It was no question. So when it came to women, it was almost like a, what would I call it? Rite of passage, I guess you could say, as in my family as a man. So now I had to redirect that narrative. So I stressed that to my little nephew, my cousins. My cousins' kids call me Uncle Cuz because I'm more like an uncle to them. But I stressed that to them, like, hey, man, put some value on yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's really what it boils down to.
Absolutely.
It's just like a promiscuous girl. We go through that too. And if we don't put no value on ourselves, man, that is a terrible thing. You know what I'm saying? And it can lead to some disastrous situations, man. So I learned that at a later age, and it became a badge of honor to be able to control yourself amongst women.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Or not to be that that thirsty nigga, or that, they say women that we used to say the term, she going. I tell a nigga, you can be a going ass nigga too. You know what I'm saying? Your value, just like a woman's value may go down from her going, yours do too.
Yeah.
So you got to put some value on yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So it took that, and I guess you could say just like you, God. You know what I'm saying? Just to realize like what you're worth and what your value is in a higher light. You know what I'm saying? But I'm glad I was able to overcome it. I'm sure you are too.
Absolutely.
And I'm glad it didn't affect my daughters in that sense, to where they got a different mentality when it comes to, man, like they ain't gonna let them just, you ain't finna just do it any kind of way. And I'm glad that didn't trickle down into them, because that happens in families where a daughter can see a mother passive and allowing herself to be done any kind of way, and that daughter will pick those traits up.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Or that son. That son will be like that towards women. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And so I'm glad I was able to weed that out, because I was reckless, but it was more in my younger years. After I lost my wife, I kind of realized, like, wow, you know what I'm saying? So it was a little different.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but let me see, man. We finna get wrapped up here, man. I want you to do when I hit all the words. All right, just tell me this, man. What's your biggest lesson that you've received, or what's your biggest lesson in life thus far as a 32-year-old man? What would be the biggest lesson that you would share with a younger man as a mentor or whatever it may be? What would be a lesson that you would definitely share with them?
Your decision today can affect your tomorrow. I remember when so me and my daughter's mom, we never been together, but I was driven by lust. So we ended up having a one night stand, and I remember she told me she was pregnant, and in the decision of lust, we ended up having a child.
Yeah.
I didn't understand how it would affect her being in two different households.
Yeah.
But that was a lesson. That was one of the things I learned along the way, though. Like all right, who she gonna be with for holidays, or just that dynamic. It's like, man, if I had a known, or if I had saw this beforehand, I would have made a total different decision.
Definitely.
So if it's a young guy, watching this podcast, I would say, don't make a permanent decision in a temporary moment. So you can make a decision now that you can be in your feelings about something, and you can make a decision based on your feelings, but based on your feelings you can be dealing with the effects of that decision for the rest of your life. So I say to the young brother, the young woman that's watching this right now, sometimes you can't make a decision while you're feeling the way you're feeling. You have to wait till the feelings subside and then make a decision, because a lot of times when you make a decision based on how you're feeling, a lot of times our feelings be lying to us. So you make a decision based off a lie, and then the rest of your life is, that's why somebody can make a decision to shoot somebody right now. Now you spending, the rest of your life in jail just because you decided to shoot somebody in a moment. You know what I'm saying? You can't allow a moment to become momentous in your life and become something that you deal with for the rest of your life, because you chose to make a decision in a moment while you was feeling a feeling. That's what I say to
No doubt. I'm with you on that. Man, real preaching. That's valuable words, man. Words
that's
to the
something I learned
wise,
for real.
Sure. Yeah, that moment, man, it's so crazy, because what you just hit on, it's happening every day, man. It's happening every day.
Yeah.
I noticed even I was at Lens Crafters a few weeks ago trying to pick out some glasses, and customer service is just bad in Memphis. And I understand it. I've lived here long enough. If you ain't at Chick-fil-A, most likely you ain't going to get the best customer service.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I've learned that that's just how it goes. But I'm a pretty laid-back guy. I don't really come off. I'm not challenging anyone. I'm not confrontational. I don't want it.
Yeah.
But I do have a trigger. You know what I'm saying? So I'm in the Lens Crafters. I asked the lady, I wanted to check out some, I think I was looking at Prada's glasses or something, Prada glasses. So it was a drawer. So I pulled a drawer, I go through those. It's pretty crowded, it's pretty busy. And I understand that. And I'm not in a hurry. It's a Tuesday actually. I'm closed on Tuesday. I'm not in a rush. I'm here, I want to pick out glasses. And picking out glasses for me, I like to take my time, because these gonna be on my face. So I'm trying it on. I'm looking. I'm smiling. I might call my wife, FaceTime. What you think? I go through that whole motion. So I'm looking at them. In this drawer, I'm done with. I done seen what I need to see, and I'm like, hey, can you open this drawer? And now the other drawer is Gucci glasses. So when I do that, and I'm no rush. I'm not expecting you to run. I'm just like, when you get a chance. Man, the lady said, what she say? She said, you're going to have to wait because I got to stand there. But it's the store full of people. I'm like, have I worked you that much? No, I only had you open one drawer. So I'm like, Okay. But what I noticed is right now in this day, this time, everybody got they got this hostile response. Now she may be used to that in the store. She may have a lot of interactions where people give her that.
Yeah.
But I ain't gave you nothing like that. And so when she finally made it over there, I said, I understand it's busy here, sweetheart. I wouldn't rush you. And she was like, no, I just was saying because, and I was like, well, you came off real hostile. She was apologetic about it, but it was because of my approach to her. But if I would have gave her that energy back, ain't no telling, we probably would have been arguing in Lens Crafters in the Wolf Chase Mall.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's the problem right now because everybody is on edge.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I already have a low expectation of customer service. Just in general, not, I don't expect it to be terrible, but I don't expect it to be great.
Yeah.
And it's just, they done molded me into that.
Yeah.
Being here.
Dealt with it
I done dealt with it so long. It's like, I done been through drive-thrus where, I might ask for ketchup, man. I done seen the girl hand me the ketchup, slide the door open, don't even come up out the window like she done grabbed the ketchup and handed it to me like that. Don't even.
My Lord.
Yeah, so I'm like, okay, you know what I'm saying? I pull off, but I've seen it in the worst way many times. So I almost expect it, unless I'm at Chick-fil-A. Mm-hmm. Chick-fil-A, the only place I'd be like, I'm sure they gonna come correct.
Man,
you know what I'm saying?
talking about.
Every time.
Every time.
Anywhere else, I almost be like, it's gonna be mediocre.
Yeah.
I don't expect the best. And if I get it, I'm blown away.
Be surprised like.
I'm like, man, I'm finna tip good and everything. I'm like, all right, okay then, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I'd be surprised when somebody come and just introduce themselves properly at certain restaurants. Some people, what you having to drink? And I'm thinking to myself, man, maybe an introduction may get you a better tip. Mm-hmm. Hey, my name is so-and-so, how y'all doing today? What would you like to drink? You know what I'm saying? Give me something so that way I feel comfortable about giving you a tip. But other than that, I'd be like, you better hold some gratuity in the payout because you ain't going to get nothing but a rounded up dollar from me. For real. I'll be like, this is terrible. You know what I'm saying? So I look at all that, man. But let's do this, man. I want you to do this for me. I want you to share with me and the people, man, what is your vision for the next three years for yourself as an individual and your journey in the entertainment industry? What's your vision?
Well, for me, man, I want to put out productions every year.
Okay.
Just stage plays, or rather than be a movie.
At least something.
Yeah,
you want to drop something
because I love what I do. I love the art. So with that, I want to do that. I just started the LLC, so Damian Griffin production is in effect. So I really want to. What I want to do with that though is I want to be able to give to like organizations and to other people that want to do something with the film. Like what I want to do though, just from the standpoint of vision. I want to create an art center. Like that's for real one of my desires. Yeah. For people that aspires to create, to do movies, to write stage plays, to screenwrite or whatever. I want to be able to do that. Just for me, man.
So would it be a facility as far as educating them, or just a place to come and use your creativity?
I want to do both ends, man. I want a facility with a set in it and like classroom. Like you get the education, and after you get the education, you go over here and implement it.
Yeah.
Like left side you get educated, right side you implement.
That's
dope. What you learn. So
that's dope.
Yeah.
I think that'll be good here in Memphis too. We don't have any type of creative art centers or nothing, do we?
We may have. I don't know.
I don't know either. Yeah.
But I'm sure somebody out there doing something in the arts somewhere.
Yeah.
But as far as like a building, I don't think so.
Me either.
Yeah,
I don't.
Because me, when I see empty land, I was like, man, something can go right
need
there.
To put something
something
there.
Go right there.
Yeah. That's dope. So overall, you would like to have a creative arts center where you can learn and implement.
Yeah.
And you said you want to drop a project, whether it be a movie or a stage play. What about the music? You putting the album together, or Is that something you just using as part of your production when it comes to film?
Yeah, so eventually I'm gonna do another gospel rap album.
Okay.
Right now my lane is focusing on the acting and the writing aspect, and I can still do tie in the music. With it, So I think that's an interesting dynamic.
Yeah, no doubt. Man, that's what's up, man. Well, I wish you the best in all of your future endeavors, brother. It's been a pleasure.
Man, it's been a pleasure
to chop it up with you, man, and get to know you. Pleasure meeting you,
man,
period.
Pleasure
brother.
meeting you.
You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I wish you the best, man. I need a ticket. I will. I need 2 tickets, actually.
Okay, all right,
I will be on deck. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what the time. It don't even matter. I need tickets, so I'm definitely coming to check out the premiere. I look forward to it, man. I wish you the best. We gotta do this again sometime.
Absolutely.
Just to do like an update. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Just to run it back and see what accomplishments you have completed on your journey. You know what I'm saying? And I wish you and your daughter the best. I don't know if you have a significant other. I wish y'all the best. You know what I'm saying? And everything. I wish, even with your journey with God, man. I wish you the best on that, brother.
I appreciate that, man.
You know what I'm saying? And that concludes another episode of Beyond the Clientele. I'm your host, J1, J100, or Mr. So 100, because I do it the So 100 way. And big shout out to my special guest, man, the infamous Damian Griffin.
Appreciate you, man.
For sure.